Hello everybody and welcome back to another video up on my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys this ultrasight laser rifle build inside of Fallout 76 that's doing an insane amount of damage. But with all that being said, let me hop right in this video and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So to start off this video, I want to show you guys exactly what kind of damage this is doing. But this is not just a damage build, this is also going to be a high crippling build. So you guys can see how much damage it does to each of its limbs as I shoot just one part of it. You can see how fast that queen just got crippled, and each part of every limb it has been crippled from just a couple shots. Again, this is such a good build for doing so much damage along with just being able to cripple everything around you. Again, look at how I just crippled every single limb on this behemoth with only just a couple of shots with this laser rifle. So now let me show you exactly what build I have rocking with this. First off, we have where all of our special points will be going in this build. And then we go over to the perk cards themselves. So these are the perk cards that I will be using inside of this build along with the legendary perk cards. We have strength, perception, endurance, agility, luck, and charisma. So to start off by talking about some of these most important cards, we have Scattershot, which is going to help do a lot of crippling damage, along with that Shotgun Champ, because this is a gun that shoots multiple shots all at once. And of course we have Number Cruncher. This is going to be an expensive AP, but that is going to make this card very, very good. I think the AP on it is around 40, so that means it's going to do an 80 extra damage with this perk card on. Also, we are going to want to have awareness because of this card is not super good for the VATS accuracy. So just keep that in mind. You are going to want to have a card like awareness or maybe even the camp buff, which I will go into later. And then as you can see, it will be a low health build because it is going to be an energy weapon, meaning that science is going to take effect here, and having the unyielding extra 15 points of intelligence is just going to help us do so much more damage. Along with that, we have Nerd Rage that is going to help a lot of for our damage as well. And then again, is going to be a very heavy crit build along with just better criticals and Grim Reaper Spirit. Everything with this build is going to help us do an immense amount of damage. So let me show you guys exactly why something like Shotgun Champ is so important. So you can see against this wall, if I just shoot, you can see how many bullets actually come out of the gun once I shoot one bullet. You can see there's like 5 different shots that come out. So having a thing like Shotgun Champ is going to be so important for that extra damage and things like that. It is almost a necessity to have something like that on for having the just incredible more damage applied to it. This is a build that's going to help you guys out whether you guys are doing infestations, having a problem taking out Bigfoot, or maybe even inside the raids. I will say, if you guys do want to use this inside the raids, I strongly suggest having a team that are full health, because again, this is a low health build, and low health builds can't really take out the raid solo. So just keep that in mind as well. If you guys do want to do this inside the raid, it does do a lot of damage inside the raid. You just have to have somebody distracting the snake or the guardian so you don't get hit and killed instantly. Now to show you guys exactly the gun that I will be using, it is the Ultrasight Laser Rifle, and what mods we are going to have on it is Quad, Rapid, Lucky Hit, and Bullies. Along with that, we have the Snappy Aligned Sniper Barrel, Aligned Stock, Standard Sight, and Beam Splitter. Having all of this together is what's making it do all that much damage. And we are going to want to necessity have the quad, because without the quad it has about 3 or 4 shots per, but with quad it has 63. I don't know how that math adds up, but yeah, that's just how it works with quad on it. And again, you guys will be able to see the VATS cost is 40, like I said earlier. So having that perk card on is going to be such an amazing help. That's going to help us do 80% more damage for just having that 40% AP cost. Rapid, so we can fire it faster. Even though it is not an automatic, this is a single shot, so you will have to click or whatever, pull the trigger for it every time you want to shoot it. Lucky hit, so we can do we can crit every other shot. It is very important that we can crit every other shot for that incredible damage as well. You need to have 40 luck and a lucky hit to make that happen. And then, of course, we have bullies. Now, if you guys want to have pinpointers, that is always an amazing option, but 25% more damage per crippled limb. Again, this is going to be a crippling build, so that is going to be very good for this gun. And again, if it has 4 limbs and you shoot it in the head and it gets crippled, then that is going to do an additional 100 damage, 100% damage. But again, if you guys are going to do it, use it inside the raids, I would swap bullies out for pinpointers because bullies is not that good inside of the raid. If you guys want to know how to craft this gun, it is pretty simple, but also pretty complicated too. You have to start off by crafting a pistol first. So you have to craft a short ultrasight pistol first and foremost, which you can get the plan by just going to any vendor and buying it. Upon crafting it, all you have to do is start putting the necessary mods on it, like the snappy compactor and things like that. But as you can see, this is the gun without any legendary effects, so it has no quad on top of it. And if we pull it out here, you can see we have 3 bullets. So we are only able to fire 3 bullets without having quad on it. That is why quad is a necessity on this gun. Again, quad is not really making sense why it has 63 bullets compared to 3. Like, that math isn't mathing, but you know, just don't question it, I guess. But yeah, so again, that is why we are going to want to have quad on it, because obviously we want to fire more than 3 shots. And here's the one with quad on it, so you guys can see how much difference that is with the legendary effects. So you guys are going to want to must have quad on this weapon. Also, last thing, if you guys can see on my screen right now, there are 3 red dots, and every time I fire, you can see that they recharge. So if you guys are waiting to recharge a little bit, it will do an additional amount of damage. So if we go to this robot, you can see that the first shot is going to do more than the other shots because it was charged up. So keep that in mind as well, guys. If you are wanting to do something like that, maybe rapid isn't the most ideal thing. This is just another thing that you can take advantage of. The first shot will do more because of the charged effect. So again, the 3 lights you can see on the gun, wait for it to recharge, and then shoot again if you guys are interested in that, or you can just keep shooting. Now let me show you guys the armor that I will be using in this video. It is the Brotherhood Steel Recon armor. If you guys want to use Secret Service or Civil Engineer, if you guys don't have this, that's always an amazing option. But these are the legendary effects that I strongly suggest you guys having. First off, unyielding because of how much special stats it gives. So it will increase our intelligence, which will help us do more damage, along with our agility, which will help us do have more AP, so we don't have to worry about AP, and of course our luck to help us get to that 40 luck so that we are critting every other shot. But upon also with unyielding, we have agility, active, and rangers. Agility again for the more AP, along with active, of course, because it is just a flat 20 AP per set, and rangers for just the flat 25% more damage when you have it on every piece. And then we have Betrest jetpack, of course, as well. And then for our Under Armor, I will be using the Marine Wetsuit. That gives a +2 Perception, +3 Agility, and +5 Luck for the Raider style. And I have Protective Lining on it because Protective Lining gives the most defense. So now going in and talking about the different food buffs, starting with the food buffs for carnivores. So if you guys are a carnivore, you're going to want to use these food buffs. First up, we are going to want the Awesome Possum Bacon because it gives us a luck buff. And again, we are going to want to hit the threshold of having 40 luck so we can crit every other. Along with that, we are going to want the cooked sawshell meat for the increase of our AP for 30 minutes. Again, we are going to want to have as much AP as we can because this is going to be a heavy AP gun. Along with that, anything on a stick, whether that is radroach on a stick, scorpion on a stick, or squirrel on a stick, will give us a plus to our agility, meaning we will get more AP out of it as well. And if you guys do want to be extra fancy, you can go for the jellied fish, the new jellied fish recipe, which is going to give a plus 10 intelligence when on a team. And the reason for that is because this is an energy build, and with the science perk card, it's going to be very helpful to get that increased damage. But this is not a necessity. I just wanted to mention it because it is new. And then finally, we are going to want to have the Radhawk Burnt Ends, which when on a team is going to give you a plus 25% AP regen, which is the best for Carnivore. And this is just going to make it so when you guys are outside of VATS and you are out of AP, your AP will regenerate as quickly as possible, and you can keep going with your criticals and inside of your VATS. Now moving on, let's talk about the different herbivore food buffs that you are going to want to take. So if you guys are a herbivore, this is the things you guys are want to look out for. First off, we have Blight Soup, which what Blight Soup does is it increases your crit damage. Now this is a must in every single build that you guys have because of just how important crit damage is and how much it actually does. If you guys are wanting to be fancy, you can do brain bombs for the increase of intelligence. Again, with the science perk card, the more intelligence that you guys have, the more damage. So just keep that in mind if you guys do want to have brain bombs. Infused soot flower tea for the plus to your AP is always an important one as well because again, more AP meaning more criticals that we are going to be able to do, therefore more damage. And then if you guys do have a company tea machine, you are going to want to use company tea because when using company tea as a herbivore, it will give you 25% AP regen when on a team. So this is probably the best AP regen food for you guys because it is something that you can just have a collector in your camp for. Then lastly, for both herbivores and carnivores, we are going to want to have Black-Eyed Susan Susan for the plus 10 damage if you guys are a carnivore, or plus 25 damage if you guys are a herbivore. This is just the best thing to take if you guys want that extra damage. It is so good to have this as well. For the chem buff that we are going to want to use in this video, we have Overdrive for the base 15% damage along with the additional 30% crit damage for 3 minutes. Now this is the best chem to take inside of the game for that plus 2 the crit damage is so important. Again, this is a crit build, so of course we are going to want to have as much critical damage as we can. So the mutations that I will be running with are Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Carnivore, Eagle Eye, Egghead, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Scaly Skin, and Speed Demon. Along with that, with a full buffed on, you can see my special stats along with my 40 luck. Now this is going to make it so we can crit every other shot. Along with that, you can see that my agility is at 51, helping increase my total AP to 835. Also, we have 33 intelligence, so this is not necessarily a good XP build, but you will be getting a lot of XP while running with this build for just having it on. And plus the intelligence will help us do more damage for that science perk card that I was showing you guys earlier. Now you put it all together and you will be able to see how much of a difference the damage is compared to other builds that I have done in the past. I think that this gun is extremely broken, especially with this build right now. It is just doing a crap ton amount of damage and I am enjoying myself so much while I've been using it. You can see that this Deathclaw doesn't really stand a single chance. He dies within 4 shots and is just so good to use inside of Appalachia. And like I said, guys, if you guys do want to use this build inside the raid, it is very feasible as well. So the last example, I want to show you guys what this can do against 3 different Deathclaws, rusted Deathclaws at the Dinos Park golf course. You can just see how fast they get crippled and how fast they get taken out with this build. It is just such an amazing build for you guys to be using. I can't stress it enough how fun that this build actually is and how much I suggest everybody taking advantage of it. But with all that being said, that is where I'm going to leave it on today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to check out some of the other things that I do. I do build videos. I keep you guys up to date on everything new coming to the game and everything like that. If you guys are interested in my Discord as well, where you can stay up to date with everything I do, you can always find that link down in the description of this video as well. You guys can come hang out, suggest some build ideas for me, or just come hang out and play some Fallout with us. I want to give a special shout out to some of the people inside of my Discord who give me very little tips on things for my build, little tweaks that I can make to improve it, so it does mean a lot to me, so thank you guys for that as well. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody!